It is Ren Fair season. If you are the type of person who likes to go to Ren Fairs in costume, then you probably know how difficult it is to find bags, pouches that maybe stay true to your costume while being able to carry your crap. I think I have a solution for you. And you will have the opportunity to make it yourself, even if you have never worked with leather before. You may have seen these medieval style belt bags, crossbody bags that have a leaf cover to them, and they are very, very pretty. But what if you don't vibe with trees or leaves? What if you want to give your outfit just a little bit more edge? If this is you, I want to introduce you to the Dragon Slayer belt bag. You can wear it on your belt, as the name says, because if you couldn't, that would be false advertising. Or you can wear it as a crossbody bag, whichever way kind of floats your boat. And it is just big enough to fit your phone, your car keys, and maybe a potion or two, if that's the direction you want to go. So let's make one together, and then I'll share at the end how you can get your own. So I am gonna start with my mini pouch pattern, which if you are a maker over on Coffee, you can pick up for free. If you're not a maker, it is only $2 for the digital download for this. We're gonna need a piece of leather. I am working with a 3 to 4 ounce nubuck, which is kind of like suede, but a little bit more durable. It will stain, it will pick up oils and things like that, which I like because eventually it ends up looking pretty aged. But you can use just about any leather for this that you want. You could use vinyl, but make sure that it has some body to it. If you're going to use cloth, you may want to include some interfacing just to help it stand up a little bit more so it doesn't get too droopy. We are also going to need 3 D-rings and a bag clasp. And then to put it together, we are going to need some wax thread, some needles, and some rubber cement. My first step is to cut out the pattern. What I have found most effective is just a plain old X-Acto knife with a fresh blade and a ruler. You can use a box cutter if you'd like. You can use a leather knife. Just make sure that the blade is fresh, or else it gets kind of dangerous and you might cut yourself. So make sure your blade is fresh and get the whole thing cut out. I use a saddle stitch for all of my leather sewing. If you would like to learn how to do a saddle stitch, click the link in the card above or in the description below. I've got a video dedicated to learning how to saddle stitch. The whole thing's stitched together. If you buy the kit for this, then these things are going to be pre-attached. That way you don't have to think about them. I have my D-rings on the back so that I could put it on my belt or attach a strap to it. Now we need to talk about adding the scales. So the idea behind this is that you're going to add the scales basically from the fold point forward. And if you think about the way that fish scales and I guess dragon scales lay, you start at the bottom and they kind of stack on top of each other. So we want to start at the bottom edge down here. So what I'm going to do is draw guidelines across this at about a centimeter apart. And that's where the top of the scale is going to fall, because ultimately my goal is for the scales to cover up all of the leather and all of the guidelines. Now we are going to have to kind of fiddle around with covering this thing up we'll see how that goes. I have all of my guidelines drawn in, so before we can apply scales, we actually have to make scales. For this, what I'm going to use are scraps. I'm going to stick with a brown kind of color scheme, but I am going to throw in a couple of gray options as well. So these all have different patterns to them. These are all in various shades of brown and red. It's going to have kind of a mottled look, which is what I'm going for. If you want to get a kit of your own, I will also have some monochromatic options as well. So you can do monochrome brown, you can do monochrome gray, but I will also have green available. Got these cool shiny green, and I will also have a limited, I mean they're all limited, but I will also have a red option. I'm pretty sure there are red dragons, and there might actually be green dragon. Those will be out there for you as well. I'm going to use a teardrop punch. Let me grab it and show you what that looks like. So I bought a set of these on Amazon. I think they're just called leather punches in this avocado shape, and it comes in big, medium, and small. We're gonna need the small size as well because this is how we're gonna finish that top edge and make it look a little bit cleaner. You can hit these with a hammer if you want to. That does take a little bit of time, and really you should hit them with a mallet if you're gonna do that, but I am actually going to use my arbor press. So we're gonna go sit on the floor and punch out some teardrops, I guess. Got them. So I have my scales and I have my little guys. So let's get this started. And to place these scales, we are going to need some rubber cement and like a little spatula. So grab that as well, and we'll go over how to get these placed. And I just use a baking spatula with a flat end rather than the rounded one. I don't know if it works any better, but it works, and the glue comes off really easily. I have all of my guidelines drawn on. What I'm gonna do is take some rubber cement and I'm going to apply it to probably the bottom third here. With rubber cement, it has to dry a little bit. It has to get tacky. I'm just setting myself up for future applications. I'm also going to mix up the colors and only apply glue to kind of the top half of a scale. I don't need it on the point part of it because those are going to be dangly. So let's get to gluing. And I think the very first place I'm going to start is the center so that we cover up the strap the bag clasp is attached to. That way we can kind of cover it up a little bit and hopefully it won't be a problem. If you run into any of these scales that kind of have fluffies on the end, you can burn them off with a lighter, but don't do that around your rubber cement because rubber cement is very flammable. Or you can just trim it off with a pair of scissors. Generally, any pair of scissors will trim that off for you. And if you like the little fuzzies, fantastic. You keep the little fuzzies all you want to. All right, even though I have my rubber cement up in this area, I also want to add some to the tops of each row of scales so that the next row will stick to it just a little bit. I'm going to come in and put just a little bit of rubber cement on these guys. Oops. Like that. While we lay down these scales, I'd like to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Craftsy. Now I know you're like me and you love getting your hands dirty with DIY projects, painting, baking, or even just picking up a new skill, and Craftsy is about to be your new favorite place online. Craftsy is an incredible community of creative makers and like-minded crafters, and whether you're a total beginner, a seasoned pro, or like me, somewhere in the middle, there are over 2,000 classes waiting for you. I've been diving into their sewing content lately because, believe it or not, I don't know everything, and I'm always trying to learn something to help me be just a little bit better. They also have classes in painting and baking, photography, cake decorating, and so much more. Everything is broken down into step-by-step video lessons led by super talented and award-winning instructors. You even get downloadable resources, and the best part, you can watch anytime and from anywhere. It's more than just a learning platform, it's a creative community. You can connect with other members, ask questions, share ideas, and stay inspired. And if you're always on the lookout for fresh inspiration, Craftsy is constantly adding new classes, projects, and ideas to keep your creativity flowing. And right now, for the first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen, you'll get a full year of Craftsy premium membership for only $1.49. That's a Costco hot dog. But it's only for new members, so don't wait too long. Join Craftsy today and start making something truly one of a kind with your own two hands. Thank you, Craftsy. Now let's see how our scales are going. While you're working, if you find that you've got these visible areas of rubber cement, let it dry. So give it a few minutes until it is almost completely dry. And then usually with a pair of tweezers or even just your hands, you can push it up into the corners. Some leather you're not going to be able to do this with, but most of it you should be able to greatly reduce the visibility of it. And you may not care. You may not worry about this at all, but if you're like me and you want things to look somewhat good, you will try something. There we go. This part is done. I'm going to put the little ones right along the top, which means all I'm going to do is a really thin line of glue along here and then glue on the back of the little ones. I'm not going to glue down here, and then the bag will be done. Freaking da. It is done and I love it. For me, it is the perfect size. Just something that can fit my car key and my phone and a little bit of cash. I mean, I pay for just about everything with my phone anyway, so like, it's perfect. It's the perfect size. And I got the bright idea to take some of that like heat foil transfer stuff you can get from Cricut, and I just used a wood burner and I gilded the bottom of some of the scales, which kind of makes it feel even more fancy. There are lots of options to customize this in a way that makes it yours. So if you are interested in getting a kit, you can go over to my Ko-fi page and pick up one of those there and pick up a kit for yourself. There are two options as far as assembly goes. It is assemble yourself and I will assemble it for you, and then you just put the scales on there. You will get a simple black crossbody strap to go with it, and then you can pick your scale colors. And I've already gone over those. I do want to give a special shout out to all of my makers over on Ko-fi. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support of me and this channel and all the silly things that we do. I am so excited for a lot of the stuff I've got planned for the rest of the year. If you're interested in being a maker and supporting the channel, it is only $2 a month. I do open up my found fabrics to my makers first. So if you are wanting to do more with thrifted or secondhand fabrics rather than brand new, get some stuff out of the landfills and out of the purchasing cycle, then take a peek over on Ko-fi. My makers get first dibs, and then I open it up to everybody else later. And thank you to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video. If you haven't joined yet, head over using the QR code or the link in the description, and you can get a year of premium membership for less than $1.50 for the year, the entire year. And then you can learn new stuff like I've been doing. I feel so smart. That is all I have for you now. I will see you guys next time. Bye.